Be sure to subscribe for your chance to win a custom leather playmat when we hit 2,500 subscribers. Welcome to Fast Effect Doublespeed Magic the Gathering from ELD's Time Vault Games in Bellingham, Mass. Now playing live over Discord. We have Jovan on Dredge versus Dredge playing lands. They turn one Faithless Looting off of Mana Confluence. Misty Rainforest giving Jovan very little to go off of. Played in so many decks in Legacy. That and Scalding Tarn. The two most played. We've got I could be wrong about that. They're the most valuable. They might not be the most played. I think they are, though. We've got a Golgari Grave Troll doing some work. And a Breakthrough. The land's not going to have very much to say about this outside of Bojuka Bog, which it does have in the main deck. So they can crop rotate. Oh no. This is going to set Jovan back just massively. Tropical Island. And then that Tropical Island is being sacrificed for the Bojuka Bog. Taking out the entire graveyard. And Breakthrough is just going to be draw 4. And discard the hand. We'll see if there's any more dredgers in there. Looks like just the Grave Troll, maybe? Stinkweed Imp. Well, we will see. Dark Confidant. Icarid returns. And Grave Troll. Kick some cards into the graveyard, including Golgari Thug. Icarid turns sideways during the end step. Oh, and actually Cabal Therapies before the end step. And we get to see a couple of Abrupt Decays. Elvish Reclaimer and Dark Confidant. Wasteland comes in. Does in fact take out all of Jovan's mana. But this deck actually doesn't have to cast any spells. The top of the deck. The main question now. Golgari Grave Troll, 6 more cards, including a Narcomoeba. And unfortunately for lands, it's a little convoluted to recur this Bojuka Bog. Can be done, but it's a little convoluted. You're going to need to, sacrifice your own Bojuka Bog, either by wastelanding it or preferably using Elvish Reclaimer and then using Life from the Loam to bring it back. So it can actually be done, but it's not as easily done as, say, the Cloud Post lists that I've played on camera, where you can just grab a Vesuva to copy your Bojuka Bog. That is a line that people are not used to. I've caught so many people with that off guard, where we're continuing to play a game and they feel like they actually have a chance to win, and they straight up don't. There are a bunch of matchups where it is just overwhelming to have constant main deckable graveyard hate like that. Once those Elvish Reclaimers get online, or you have extra copies of crop rotation, anything like that, it just can be insurmountable. And we'll see if Dredge makes that happen. He's already got the Life from the Loam, so feels like as fast as you can get rid of that graveyard, the better. The Elvish Reclaimer. And I believe that was a Phantasmagorian discard during the end step. We've got Bridge from Below. Yeah, from here, we've got a Cabal Therapy making 2 zombies. Both Abrupt Decays are swept out of Andrage's hand, but he still has some more options here. He's putting out a Hagak. So we'll see what line Andrade is able to take here. I would be using Elvish Reclaimer to go sacrifice Bojuka Bog to go get Tabernacle. I would do that during the upkeep to make sure that I don't draw the Tabernacle. And then Life from the Loam to get back the Bojuka Bog. Let's see what happens here. So, Glacial Chasm. Okay. I don't think I like that as much as Tabernacle. Icarids are going to have a tough time getting past the 3/4 Reclaimer ever. I didn't follow that. I did not follow that. It looked like Reclaimer just got activated twice. I might have missed that. But the non-recursion of Bojuka Bog here feels like a bit of a gift. Couple of lands. And now Sylvan. Glacial Chasm is being let go. Thespian Stage. Life from the Loam. And that's actually going to do it. Still gets there despite having access to the graveyard. Enough blockers to survive the 20, I guess. I guess that's what we saw there. I'm having a tough time with not wiping out the entire graveyard. Sometimes when the lines diverge too much from what I would have done, it is actually difficult to do this at double speed. I'm not going to lie. A lot of the time it's super easy for me to play along. But when people are taking lines that are not obvious to me, that can be difficult. A lot of the time when the lines are not obvious, it's because they're not optimal. It's interesting. I was listening to I was reading about grandmasters in chess and like the neuron wiring that we actually do as we learn. And as it turns out, when you're a beginner, your brain works pretty hard to learn chess. Like it struggles, it has a tough time. And then as you start understanding it better, then your brain works like super hard because you can start thinking way, way down the line and start to examine all sorts of different lines. And then it slowly starts working less and less and less. Like it has to work less because you start discounting lines that are suboptimal. There are some lines that are just straight up not even worth considering because they're just strictly worse than other lines. And you start to just discard those, and that's part of the way that our brain works. I mean, like playing chess on a high level is wild. Like they actually lose like pounds and pounds of weight, like just from sitting and like thinking as hard as they can over a board. It's wild. Now we've got a Leyline of the Void from both players. And Faithless Looting is going to allow Jovan to dig to try and find an answer. He does need to answer the Leyline. Lands does not. Lands is hindered but not stopped by Leyline. Dredge is definitely just straight up stopped. We've got a Cabal Therapy being thrown out here. Crop Rotation is taken. And we see a Dark Depths, a Life from the Loam, and an Abrupt Decay. Exploration, and holding on to this Dark Depths, perhaps being concerned about a preemptive Wasteland. Gemstone Mine finally biting the dust, and now Golgari Thug is looking to start turning things into a beatdown. Elvish Reclaimer very much dwarfs this 1/1. We've got a huge 2 backside with no possibility of currently getting larger. So this Thug outclassed by this 1/2 creature. Got a, I believe that was an end step discard. Got a couple of lands, Elvish Reclaimer. Probably going to wait till the end step for this. Yeah, he's going to chill. No real reason to do that main phase. Land's going to come into play tapped anyways and be unusable. Makes more sense to leave up that Abrupt Decay mana. Wasteland takes out the last remaining land. And Elvish Reclaimer sacrifices to go get Thespian Stage, and we are just about done with this game. I would imagine we'll be seeing a 2020. Passing the turn. And that is going to do it. Jovan not going to be able to answer that 2020 and has to scoop it up. His lands with that main deck Bojuka Bog, just a single card like that makes an incredible difference against this type of kind of linear strategy. That is all for this one, but don't worry, there is a lot more. You can check out our older videos, and we're always putting out new videos from ELD's Time Vault games in Bellingham, Massachusetts. If you want to help the channel, of course, you can like, subscribe, share, tap that notification bell so you can know the next time our new videos come out. Thanks for watching.